What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fall and Rise podcast. This is episode 6. As you can see, we have a brand new set. I hope you guys like it. I think we're going to be rolling with it for the next couple of weeks. And also you can notice that we have a guest on our show. We're usually 2, we're now 3. This is Wala. This is our newest member on Hoops on the Rise, and we are happy to have you.
Thank you, likewise.
As our first guest.
That's a nice, I guess we'll add a different perspective, you know. We're from a reporter. She's a journalist student at Concordia.
Yeah.
And she's doing some reporting for us, so it's helping a lot. I think it brings a little bit to the game, you know. Makes the kids feel a little bit more like professional, I guess. You got interviewed after a game, so it's probably pretty cool. I think I have to be like twice, and I always felt like a superstar, so nice, you know?
And it's also a good memory to kind of look back at. If ever you want to show something to 5 or 10 years down the line, you can go back and say, hey, these are old tapes of me when I was playing and I got interviewed, you know?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Also, I feel like you get to know the kids a little bit more, you know, you get to see them like speak and like articulate what they're actually feeling after a game.
Yeah.
Coaches as well, because a lot of good coaches, you get to speak with them and like get their perspective after a win or a loss, and kind of cool, you know, educates the people a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing a lot more of her, and we're happy to have her on the team.
Thank you.
And should we get right into it? We don't have our usual.
Yeah, we don't have our hourglass, unfortunately.
Blame Russ for that one.
Yeah, Russ wasn't able to pick it up. We got a Pac-Man now.
We got a Pac-Man. It's nice Pac-Man.
So yeah.
Alright, so let's get into it. So this weekend, you played.
I coached.
You coached.
Your team played.
Your team played. Yeah. Boucher played against Momo Friday night.
Yeah.
Fortunately, y'all guys lost for the first time this season.
Unfortunately.
Yes,
unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately too, because I feel like sometimes losses do more good than. Because we lost by 3, and we still could have maybe came back and won. There were some possessions here and there. Where if the ball would have like bounced our way, we probably could have won. But I find that like you just learn more from a loss than you do from winning. You know? Like, we probably should have lost to Edmore last week.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all came back too.
Yeah, we came back. Yeah. Like, we probably should have lost there. And the Momo was good. I said it last podcast. I was like, yo, Momo could beat us. Like, there's no stress there. Like, it's not a surprise. I'm not shocked that we lost. Like, I'm disappointed, but like.
And final score was 60-57 in that game. Obviously, if you just look at it on paper, it might look like a close game, but you guys were like trailing like hard in the first half.
And also the whole game, we never had the lead.
No, you guys never had the lead actually.
Never had the lead.
But you came back like the second half.
Yeah, we were down like 11.
Yeah.
And like 13 a couple times. But yeah, man. But I mean, their stars did what they did. I mean, Ellie dropped 25. That's almost basically half their points. I remember how much Blondeau dropped like 16 or something.
He played good too.
Yeah,
he played really well. I mean, so I mean that's what 25, 16, 30, 41. 41 out of 60 points comes from 2 guys, you know. So I mean, you knew that. Like I called them the 2-headed dragon.
Yeah.
So you kind of knew that they're the ones that do they're the engine of the machine. But like, it's a little fortunate, you know. I was really hoping to go into that Vanier game undefeated, because Vanier won both their games this weekend. So
Vanier now is the only team that is undefeated.
They're 7-0.
7-0.
We're 6-1. So still pretty good, big game. I mean, they're the clear favorites. I mean, obviously with us losing now. But it's gonna be interesting, man, because Vanier, they look good, man. They look good. So
they won on Friday against Abbott,
by like
and
30.
they won today, Sunday,
by 14. 90-76.
Against Ottawa.
So Udo was playing well, man. Like we only beat them by 16. Vanier only beat them by 14. I mean,
only.
I mean, you say only because I mean Udo last year was struggling. I mean, they were getting blown out by a lot, and now, I mean, like seeing Udo progression is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think we spoke about them a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It'll be very interesting.
And you were. Oh
yeah. No, I just wanted to go back to to still speak about this subject for a while, just to mention that there will be somewhat of a rivalry between Brébeuf and Vanier at a certain point.
For sure.
And that would be, I think it would be really interesting to kind of really just defy that like classic Dawson and Vanier rivalry that's been going on for so many years now, and to kind of bring up a new element, which is like Brébeuf, to the forefront, you know, and actually speak about those top 3, top 4 teams and
I mean, it should be interesting. I mean, there's something there. I mean, it's been 3 years I'm coaching at Brebeuf, and all 3 years us and Vanier have had our little battles here and there. It was 2 years ago they beat us in the semifinals.
That was a big game too.
That sucked. Man. That loss hurt. Then
Okay.
last year, we were thinking about maybe seeing them in the finals. They lost to Momo in the semifinals, so we saw Momo in the finals. But I mean, Vanier is very good. Man.
Yeah.
Their coaching staff does a good job preparing them. Momo too. I mean, Momo was super well prepared, man. So like, shout out to Marco. I mean, it's a rivalry coach thing, but like, I like seeing good coaching too. You know, like when I lose to a team that's just like playing harder, or a team that's just like, I don't know, out competing us. I get really frustrated with my team. Sometimes when a coach out coaches you, I'm not saying he did out coach us, but I'm saying he did a lot of good things. You know, his team executed stuff. You're like, oh, okay, that's just some outstanding coaching. Out of timeout stuff, out of half times things, and just switching up the defenses at times. It was good coaching. Like they beat us. They beat us. Their players beat us. Their coaches beat us. So like,
how much do you think it was them beating you guys rather than you guys like not playing your game? Because like you guys like just seemed off like most of the game. Like it didn't seem like the Brebeuf we've been saying like the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, there's part of me like it's kind of weird, you know, because like there's the bias in me that wants to be like, oh, we just played bad. Oh, next game our shots will fall. But there's also part of me that respects like good teams, good coaches. Like I talk high on Blondo. Blondo's in the league, Gardner's league, arguably, could argue he's the best guard in the league. At least a wing that's very tough. You know, when his shots fall in and he's getting to the basket, he's difficult to handle. So, I mean, they're a good team, and like they've won 3 championships in a row. You know, they have that experience. There's something that comes that like going through those battles. You just know how to win. You grind out games. Same coaching staff, and like I said, there was a couple times out of timeouts or out of plays where they just ran some great stuff. You can tell the coaches just told them what to do. Like they set them up and put them in good positions. We made a couple mistakes as a coaching staff, or personally, I mean, there was one play that I kind of saw coming and I didn't mention it. I just didn't think it would happen, and I'm not gonna give out too much information. But I made a mistake there. I felt bad because like sometimes you get mad at players, and you're like, also I should have done my job as a coach and like actually put them in a good position to be successful. So yeah, well, I mean, losing sucks, man. I mean, we've been kind of spoiled, like especially me since I've been at Brebeuf. I haven't lost a lot, but like it always sucks. But like I said,
speaking about being spoiled, I think that especially this week we kind of witnessed a lot of ends to winning sequences within a few teams. You know, with Brebeuf, you guys came in undefeated. Montmorency beat Brebeuf. Same with what happened to Bishops and the Stingers. So it's kind of the same kind of I don't know, like it's the same situation but just in different levels. And I liked what you said. We're referring to spoiled. It's like, do you think that after a certain you know, your team has been winning for a while, and then do you think that there's a certain reflex of trying to maybe just going into a game taking things for granted instead of saying, okay, because I feel like it's different when you go in undefeated and you go in, you know, you're doing your shoot-arounds or your warm-ups or whatnot, and when you're going in defeat and you're like, yo, this is a big game for us, we need to like snatch this win.
That's interesting. Yeah, there's, I mean, like maybe even drop my little gem of the week.
I've been waiting for that.
Listen.
So we can talk about complacency, right? So like complacency.
That's the keyword today. Complacency.
Complacency.
If you don't know what that means, you should.
Yeah, just Google it for all my Frenchies. I don't know how to say that in French. My bad.
What is complacency?
Complacency is someone that's settling, like you're happy with where you're at. You get become complacent.
No, I know what it means.
Oh, you know? Oh, okay.
No, what is it? What's
bad.
Complacency in French?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know either, honestly.
Can you just Google that?
Yeah, can you Google the meaning?
Real quick.
This was complacency in French. What was the word?
Complacency.
COMPLANCY.
We're just repeating the words so you guys can like remember. Complacency.
Yeah.
There you go. You will learn a new term.
Educating everybody, man.
Complaisance.
Complaisance.
Is that a word?
La complaisance. I've never heard that word.
I think so, but I'm not sure that it has the same meaning though in French as much as it has in English.
Autosatisfaction.
Okay.
Suffisance. Laisser aller. Excès d'optimisme.
You sure pas c'est la même chose?
Yeah. For my educated people.
Well, yo, that's kind of hard.
I don't care, man. Educated, man. Read a book. complacency is a curse, man. Like, because I find it in any field, in anything in your life, once you become complacent, that's when bad things happen, right? Like, if you're happy with a B in a class, you know, you shouldn't be. You know, if you're happy with okay grades, you shouldn't be. If you're happy in basketball, if you're happy with winning just 6 games in a row, you know, I tell our guys, like, our goal is to win a championship, which we haven't done. So there's nothing to be happy about. Like, there's literally nothing to be happy about, because you can go, whatever, 16-0 and then lose. And what does that mean, you know? Like, so don't get complacent until the job's done, and our job's to win a championship. So there's that. So, like, compared to life, find any aspect, once you become complacent, that everything goes bad, right? If we get complacent with, like, okay, like, this week we got 5,000 followers, we can be happy about that. We, like, it's a good little milestone, but we gotta realize that it's still nothing.
We're not done.
There's nothing that we're done. It's just, that's nothing.
Yeah,
It's literally nothing. Like, we're not, I don't have my Porsche yet. I don't have, you know, I ate Burger King today, 20 nuggets. Like, I'm not living well yet, you know? So, like, you can't come complacent with these things, you know? Even in relationships, like, most relationships is when you become complacent. Like, I don't know, you're single, you're single? Yeah, so once you're single, it's a different thing. You're, like, more open to it. You get into a new relationship, you try hard, right? You try hard. That's that honeymoon phase where it's like, oh, okay, I like this girl, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try hard, I'm gonna be kind, I'm gonna text them, I'm gonna call them, I'm gonna go out of my way, you know? But once everything's cool, then you become complacent, then you start working less hard, you start taking that person for granted, you know?
Yeah.
My French go pour acquis, you know?
Yeah.
So
Pris pour acquis. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
place to sit,
Yeah.
right? You start taking things for granted, right? And that's where relationships die. That's why they seek something else. That's why they cheat. That's why these things, right? So in basketball, the same thing happens. You know, you become kind of happy, like you think you're good. I mean, since we have a contract with Boucher, we do a lot of film for them, so they see themselves. They think they're maybe superstars because they're always on film. They always have their stuff. At the end of the day, just a little film, and hopefully, I mean, they'll see that this week. You know, they'll probably come ready for Vanier since it's a big game, but they have to understand that they have to respect Vanier as much as they respect Edouard or Udawe or Momo. It's all the same, you know, because you're fighting against yourself. Like, it's always against yourself. If you battle against yourself, that's when you grow. You know? So, like,
even after the game, you were telling me like I'm kind of glad that we lost, because you're like, oh, like some of the guys, like, you was starting to get like to their heads a little bit, you know what I mean? And I was like putting grounding them.
Yeah,
more,
exactly.
right?
There's a little bit to their head, and it's also complacence. Like, they don't maybe work as hard as they should. In practice, they work 90% of what they should. You know?
It's a good slap in the face.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, that's what you need. You know?
of
That's when we talk about adversity, how you fight through that. And sometimes you just need to be just legit, like, not even just like face some troubles. You just need to, like, hit rock bottom. You know, that's what that impression where you hit rock bottom, everything just goes up from there because you have nowhere to do but go up. I don't think we hit rock bottom, but I think that we definitely got complacent and that we started taking things for granted and thinking that we would just win automatically, or that. You know, maybe we send them film, they don't watch film as hard as they should, they don't take the other teams serious, they don't respect the other players seriously, you know? Like, my thing was always like, you respect the team by beating them by the most you can, you know? Like, like we joke about our one-on-one. I respected you, I beat you 11-0 just out of respect to you, because I wouldn't let you score a bunch.
But you're not.
We'll get that filmed.
Like, you're not.
We'll film it.
We'll
film it. We'll film it.
Don't disrespect.
We'll film it. We'll have it on, we'll put it up. But, yeah, like, so that's my little gem. That's pretty much all I got. But yeah.
In regards to your gem, I just want to add something to that. I feel like it's so important, like, your job is so important to, like, teach these kids on, like, in regards to that, you know, you speak about stopping to put that, you know, effort, that extra effort when you're undefeated and it gets into your head. Like, that's so important for you to be able to, as, like, a, you know, part of the coaching staff, as a coach, for you to, like, push through that mental exercise to be able to go like to think through the victory and be like, this is not it for us until we have what we.
That's a good point.
A championship.
Also, like, I tell them, like, for us as a team goal, the championship. They have individual goals where they want to get university scholarships. They want. I'm like, do you have that yet? No. You know. And then for the guys that do, we have one guy that got a scholarship already, Mr. Mr. Shadow.
To Maine, right?
Yeah, to Maine University. So, like, but you shouldn't get complacent because he has to get ready. He has to make an impact. You know, you haven't done anything at the university level. You can go there a year and get kicked off the team. Like, there's a lot of things.
They can strip the scholarship now if they wanted to, right?
No.
Oh, they can't do that? All right. I didn't say
no,
that.
you get I'm going to put this scared Shante. But yeah, no, yeah. So basically, like I tell them, like there's still a next goal. Like you haven't done anything. You can have a good game. You have to have, because universities are out there. They'll watch you have a good game, and they'll watch you have a bad game. They're like, okay, that we don't want this guy. He just had a bad game. So it's like the sports world is very savage, and people have really short-term memory. So it's like they forget things, everything. Like really quickly. So like last week they were saying Birdbath might be the best team. Now they're gonna say we're overrated and we suck. Like it happens in an instant. Then we can maybe beat Vanier. Now we're the best team again. Or Vanier could beat us by 40, and then everyone's gonna be like,
"Oh, Birdbath is like done.
They're overrated." Like,
it's true.
So like, can't take things for granted in the sports world and like in life in general. Just because like until you've reached every single one of your goals, there's no point. And then once you have to build other, create new passions. And I think you become depressed on it. That's why I find that most people are depressed because they're very complacent. They're not pushing themselves to be happy.
Absolutely.
And I got deep.
Yeah, we got super deep.
I might have jump in because like something happened today at this new thing. So I want to jump in, okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
Right. I guess we got two guests on the phone. We got RSEQ.
Yeah. So like today, obviously, I filmed the first game at MPL this season, and basically Paget played against Sun Youth, and it's just crazy because it was a crazy game. Jahim Antoine, like he hit 5-3 in a row, not in a row, but 5-3 in less than a quarter. And they were all pumped up. They were all like happy. They say, "Let's go! We got the game." They were up by like 15. At some point, they were up by like 20. And at halftime, Paget got their timeout. They're like hustling. They're just like saying, "Oh, yo, you guys need to step up your game. Like we need to catch up." So they came back like full force, and Sun Youth didn't score anything for the third quarter. Like maybe some few points, but like after a while, like they just like Paget won by like 10 or 15 at the end. Like no, they didn't won. Like they won by 8 or something like that. Like I don't have the score exactly, but
like they went on a big run.
Yeah, they got a big run. They were up by like 15, and after like it was like a tight game. Like they just like up and down. So like it's just crazy.
Well, for anybody that doesn't know, this is Russell.
He just kind of jumped in. He was rating too.
He's the co-owner with Who's on Rise and founder. He's along with me. And so if you guys probably see him around the court, that's him.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
That's the guy behind the magic. This is it turned into a little party. Good thing we didn't have the casting couch. It's a wild couch, but it's good, man.
You happy now? Like you wanted to jump in a couple times.
Yeah, like for example, like this discussion, like I'm on the side, I'm like, I have something to say about that. Like I want to say something.
Yeah.
It's just like.
And it's important for you to.
And now we have a couch that has enough room. So
maybe you should come like closer.
Okay.
I'm not sure it's still in the camera, so like I don't see anything. So like
we're just gonna roll with it, man.
Well, I guess we're gonna shift gears a little bit now. We're gonna talk about university. CQ ball. You catched a couple games this week as well.
You just mentioned Bishop's.
Exactly.
They were 3-0. Now they're 3-1. They lost to Concordia.
You want to tell us a bit about what you saw?
They have no, but like I spoke to Coach Rod Golpin.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, exactly. Of Bishops after the game, and he admitted that his team kind of took the game lightly. Yeah. They came in and they overconfident. They completely like it's the Stingers. And I. That's what they didn't play well defensively, and that's what kind of pushed them to go on that downhill. Although even the Stingers made a couple mistakes during that game, defensively as well, but they still were able to remain more. I've never seen them that consistent since last year. Or even since early games last year. The problem with the Stingers, in my opinion, after watching so many games, is that they have a very good core. They just can't remain consistent. And even after every single game I speak to Coach Popovich, it's the Stingers head coach, he says the same thing. The goal is to always remain consistent for 40 minutes, which is something that they have a hard time doing. But I have never seen them that mature. Yesterday was the veterans kind of they understood what they had to do. They kept it consistent, maybe not for 40 minutes, but almost close to 40 minutes, which was what kind of they kind of were going on that ride, and they didn't stop. They kept pushing until the end, and honestly they deserved the win. Yesterday they deserved it.
Yeah.
Even on Thursday, like they had two big games. They beat McGill. And the McGill squad, there's 4 of them that were in China. They played like University League 3-on-3.
Shout out to McGill for they took home the silver.
They were repping Canada. So yeah, and they Alex Paquin, Oadau, every Kari, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Kedogan or something.
Kedogan, yeah, and there was another.
Sorry guys.
And there was another guy as well. I actually forgot his name.
Yeah, no, I can do that.
Mm-hmm. So probably happy with that.
So yeah, like big week for university sports for the Stingers.
Yeah. Well, Stingers had 2 big wins, and then Thursday, Mr. Olivier Simon, someone we've talked about on podcast before. I told people he could be the best player in the league as long as he said be a little tougher. You know, he's a pretty boy. You know, he knows he's a pretty boy. So pretty boys aren't always as tough as they need to be, and. He dropped 32 on McGill, and then yesterday, Mr. Ricardo Monge had 24 points and 12 assists, man. So
which was his assists were actually his career high as well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
So you know what? It's funny that you said that because I spoke to him after the game, and he was like, "I honestly didn't know what I did to get those assists. Like it was very normal for him. Like it's something that he does all the time, and I expected him to tell me like." I don't know, like maybe I wanted to, get those assists for my team or something. Like he's like, I honestly don't know what I did. I just played and I was.
That's how Ricardo plays, man. I played 2 years with him. That's just how he plays. He just doesn't he just plays. Like he doesn't know what's going on. Like not in a bad way. Like in a sense that he doesn't really care about stats. He just runs. No, I mean he's the prototypical point guard where he just runs plays. Like if guys are hitting shots, he's gonna get assists. If they're not hitting shots, he's not gonna get assists.
Just doing his job.
He's playing with Adrian, who's a great shooter.
Mm-hmm.
So Adrian had like 22, so that probably got him 4 or 5 assists. Simone probably saw
19 points.
19 points, so he probably had like 4 or 5 assists there, and then I don't know fast breaks in here and there.
Yeah,
Even our Sammy Gandor played well. Shout out Sammy. His brother listens to the podcast. I know that. I don't know if he does, but whatever.
Tell him to watch.
I told him he doesn't. He's too lazy.
Now that we spoke about all of them, everybody's gonna watch the podcast.
I don't know this. I know Ricardo watched a couple, but
yeah, Sammy's a big advantage to the Stingers. Everybody's kind of happy that he's back, within the Stingers team, because he can do so many things to the team, and it kind of hurt them at the beginning that he wasn't there. He was out since last year's playoff, like the finals when they played against McGill. That was his last game, and his first game was also against McGill at the same gym, the Love Hall at McGill. And he's been going for 32 minutes playing at, with a newly shoulder injury, which is quite impressive. Even coach, he kind of admitted that he played him a little bit long. He's like, I feel bad. I played him so many. He's tired, but he's like, okay, we have good rest, 7 days of rest until the UQAM game next Saturday. But he's played really well, and he's not hurt or anything. I even asked him yesterday. I'm like, you played for half an hour on both games, 33 minutes and 32 minutes on Saturday? And he's like, no, I'm not hurt. I'm okay. So
yes, I'm happy because he got in shape. He was looking a little fat,
yeah, he did gain weight. It's true.
Baby fat or fat?
No, real fat. I know how you eat, Sammy. So he's looking rough, but he gets back into shape quick.
Stop dissing people.
These are just facts.
Whenever there's food involved, he's like.
It's like Gavin would tell you.
So
that's good for Concordia to keep that up. So they're tied with Bishops for the best record. McGill and UConn 2-2. And then Laval is just back there in last place, But it's weird because Laval has a lot of talent, so you think they'd do better, but maybe they'll figure it out in the second half of the season.
Yeah. But again, we're still early on in the season. There's so many games in university basketball, so I feel like it's nice that we're getting all this excitement and for each team of the league. But it's there's so many games that are coming, and they all need to have that mindset of keeping it consistent. If not. As you said, complacency.
Yeah, well,
so
it's a curse, man. It's a curse, but everyone gets through it. That's why you become mental strength. You become Jordan used to say. Jordan used to ask him why do you always play so hard? Never take a night off, blah blah. And he's like, because there's at least one person in the crowd who's never seen me play. And it's for them. That's kind of crazy mentality. That's why he was so great, but not everybody has that.
Kobe was like that too, right?
Kobe was a little bit. Kobe just had a whole vendetta thing against everybody. He was very insecure. about a lot of things, so he had to prove himself more. Because like Jordan was good the second he like came into the NBA.
Yeah.
Like Kobe took him like 2-3 years till everyone was like, and he was in the shadow of Shaq, so they're always like, oh, you're only good because of Shaq. So it was like I was insecure about that stuff. Jordan was like, he came in there like, you're the best player ever.
But he liked it. Like, he kind of like feeded him too.
What, Jordan?
No, Kobe. Like.
Oh yeah, helped.
Yeah.
But it was more like anger. Like, I'm gonna show everybody that I'm better. Than like Jordan was just like, I'm the best. I know I'm the best, and I'm gonna continue showing you.
Yeah.
I'm the best. You know.
Honestly, both of these examples are so interesting because you have one who came out as a winner and still kept it within his mind to remain the winner. So it's like that, like I'm gonna keep working because someone else is gonna outwork me. And you have someone else who is, you know, the odds are somewhat not in his favor, but not against him. I would say like so. You know, again, you're saying he was under Shaq's shadow. But he had to prove himself, right?
Kobe was also a kid too. Kobe was 17 when he got to the NBA. So like. It's much different. Like his body wasn't developed, and like once it did, he did have a lot more success. Like Jordan was 21, I believe, when he got to the NBA after 3 years of college. So like, there's just a difference there as well. You know, like not everyone's like LeBron, who's just a grown man coming in, or like Zion
coming out of high school.
You know, but it's interesting, man. Oh, well, the Duke lost.
Duke lost.
Gonzaga, that's crazy.
Surprise! They can actually lose a game. Yeah. Like, everyone was so shook. Like, oh my God, Duke lost. Like, I thought we were gonna go undefeated the whole season. I'm like,
oh, Gonzaga's good, man.
It's a good team. Like, it's one loss in the season. I think everyone's getting like
they overreact.
Carried away.
They don't really overreact. That's the social media world we live in. But like
Duke is still gonna dominate like this year.
Yeah, for sure. That's why they had to show like Duke beating an NBA team because it was like, nah.
Okay, I have a question in regards to that. Do you guys think that like when you're that undefeated and you get to lose a game from time to time, do you think that is healthy?
Well, yeah, we kind of mentioned it before where it was a little healthy. It also depends on the foundation, right? Something we spoke about last week is like adversity depends on how your foundation is. You know, like in a team, in a relationship, you know, like if you have a fight with your girlfriend or a fight with your boyfriend, like if the foundation's strong, those fights kind of like go over a bit, but if they're not, it breaks down. Same thing in a team, like one loss can destroy a team if they're not very strong, you know, like the foundation's not strong because there's jealousy, then they feel like I should be playing more, look, we lost, if I would have played, we would have won, I don't know, if I shot more shots, and then with Duke, they have 3 superstars where like Cam Reddish is getting the least amount of shots, so now Cam Reddish might be like, hey guys, like, give me the ball.
I think that's what they got to do too.
But isn't it because he was injured also?
Cam Reddish?
Yeah. Was it because he was out during the Canadian
Canadian tour?
The Canadian tour, he didn't play.
But he played all the other games. And he's amazing. He's an amazing player.
And he's the best shooter they got, but they're not even like
that's the thing.
That's the thing. So now like we just gotta adjust.
Yeah, that's the thing. Then there could be jealousy there, and everyone talks about Zion and RJ, and then Cam Reddish who's the 3rd best player in the country, but he's also the 3rd best player on his team. So
they have 4 top 10. They have 4 of the top 10 high school players last year.
Wow.
So like, this is insane. But I think it's especially better for Duke to lose now, especially like there was so much hype around Duke, you know, like Zion, RJ, and you know that can get to your head, especially. And these guys are like, you know, people expect them to be 1 and 2 like next year. All the hype around the team, people are talking about, oh, this is better than the Fab Five. You can beat the Cavs and all that. Like there's just so much hype, right? It can get to you. So I think now that they have a loss early in the season, I think that's beneficial for them. Even Coach K, like I was watching the interview with I don't know, it was on ESPN or something, and he was just like, okay, now like we didn't, you know, utilize more of the other players and stuff, so like now it's time to like adjust. He admitted that like even he didn't do like as much a good job. So absolutely, man. That's what's cool. That's why we transitioned a bit over to the NBA. Like it's silly to think like Duke could beat an NBA That's
team.
ridiculous.
It's silly because the Cavs just beat the Rockets.
Yeah. Well, Cavs are still trash. Like I'm not gonna lie.
True.
But
they beat the Rockets.
They beat the Rockets. But there's no way.
James Harden played well.
Yeah. 40 points, man.
You know, so like the NBA is weird right now, man.
Especially the West.
The West is super weird. Like the standings, I don't even understand. I saw the Clippers up there. I'm like, what the hell are the Clippers doing?
Like yesterday they were like first.
Like the Nuggets make sense because Nuggets have the best player in the league, so like they're gonna win a lot of games.
LeBron's on the Lakers though, so like
we go through this every week, man.
I don't get it.
What are the Lakers? What are they in the standings? 7.
7.
They're the best player in the league.
7.
That's wild.
How many games they win? 9 of the last 11.
Yeah, they're still 11-8, man.
Okay, but because the West is a tough conference.
And
Bro.
Wow.
Well, then
Doesn't mean that
the
they're not
Nuggets are in the
good.
West.
Yeah.
How come they have a better record?
What does that mean?
Why do they have a better record?
Well, it doesn't mean that they're better.
Why? What? That's exactly what it means.
No, dog. It's okay, bro. Rockets right now aren't even in the playoff season, right?
Good.
You're not gonna tell me they're a bad team.
They're trash.
They're
They're trash. What do you mean? They're the worst. Like they're the worst.
They're worse than last year.
Worse than
Obviously, even losing Melo now is a loss. You can't tell me the Rockets are trash.
Yeah, they just lost to the Cavs, man, and they're like 9-9.
Yeah, that was a very bad game.
They're 9-9.
Even Celtics are 9-9 right now. Or something like
they're
that.
trash
You're
too.
good.
They have bad management and they have a bad team.
Who?
Rockets.
Oh yeah.
They're not a trash team. What I'm saying.
Then why
You're not gonna tell me the Celtics are trash, bro.
Why can't they win? At one point, you gotta look at it like they can't win, man. They
Bro.
can't win.
Okay.
At one point,
Even you think
it's been
that the
20
Celtics
games.
are
It's
top 3 in the East?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No. Not anymore.
Don't tell me the Bucks are better than.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bucks is better. Like right now.
The Bucks play better defense.
Okay, right now, yeah.
Yeah, right now.
I know. Like, I know
That's what
Like,
we're
I
talking
know
about. We're
that.
talking
I know
about
that.
right now. Like
No,
the
I'm
Bucks
saying
is better.
who's a better team overall. I would take the
Exactly.
Celtics over the Bucks. Like,
Me too.
any
Why?
day of the
But
week.
that's the thing. Like, I
can't
feel
win.
like no, but it's not like. I feel like you're basing yourself off of more like the actual statistics, like right now, what's happening right now. Whereas Karim is more like looking at the
I'm
overall
thinking
core
long-term,
of
bro.
the whole,
The long
you know,
term
the
record,
unit.
it's been 20
Bucks are
games.
making it to the conference
It's been,
finals.
it's been 20 games. It's been 20 games. I haven't figured it out.
How many? There's 82 games in the
I know,
season,
that's
bro.
what
It's
I
still
mean.
early. We're in
that's
November still.
But as of now.
Yeah.
As of now.
As of now,
Yes.
you can say
25.
I'm
so
thinking long term.
for 25% of the season's gone, and they're an average team.
Okay,
It's a
they're
lot.
gonna pick it
Like,
up.
if you have a
afterwards.
25% midterm and you fail, you're in
It's not
trouble.
the same thing,
You're
though.
in trouble.
That's not the same thing.
Of course.
That's not. Look, Raptor. Okay, I'm gonna use my Raptors as an example.
Okay, use it.
They were first in the conference last
yeah,
year.
exactly.
What happened? They choked.
They choked.
Yeah.
They choked
Yeah.
But that's
long
4-0.
term. This doesn't mean
They have
anything.
They're
honestly.
choking the conference finals, man.
I think that we just.
Semifinals.
Yeah, they're just bad.
Do you guys remember what LeBron said when the Lakers were losing at the beginning of the season? And he was like, I'm not worried about
Yeah.
like the games that are happening now. I kind of agree with him somewhat because, as I said, you know, in regards to university ball, it's like like the beginning is really important, but it's how you finish also that's
But
important.
it's-
If you have a core and you're developing it, you're adjusting as you encounter all of these rivals throughout the season, and
Yeah.
you're gonna finish strong. That's really amazing. But the Raptors, you know, with Dwayne Casey last year, coach of this of the regular season of the year, 80. How many? They were like they
won
won
59. It was a franchise record.
exactly. But
They were
then
trash in the playoffs.
so not
Yeah.
everything went into chaos
And
because of
even
that.
Even to LeBron's point, like last year with the Cavs, bro. Cavs didn't finish first in the East. Went to the finals.
Yeah.
With the Cavs, because especially for LeBron, he knows that the regular season doesn't mean anything. Even the Warriors,
It's practice.
the Warriors aren't even playing as good right now. Obviously, they have some injuries.
And
They've had some
they're still
problems,
first.
but they're still gonna no.
They're
They
still
were
first.
They were first like today. They dropped in the standings, bro.
They're still first.
The Clippers were first like yesterday,
Yeah, but
man.
who's first right now?
Yeah.
The Warriors.
We're gonna confirm that.
No, I know the Warriors are first right now. I'm
Yeah,
saying
the
they
Warriors
weren't
are
for a
first,
while
yeah.
in the season.
Yeah, they are.
For the last couple.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm
the last
talking about right
couple-
now, man. Don't talk about the past.
Well, I'm talking
about
long
the
term
present.
though, because
I'm
I know
talking
this means nothing.
No.
This means nothing.
Yo.
Cavs won a game. They're not gonna be like first in the East.
Philosophical statements. The past and the future do not exist. So right now,
That's one of his other gems. That's why.
all that matters is the present right now. In the present, they're number one, bro. In the present, LeBron's seven. That's just the present case scenario. I don't know what happens in the future, man. You know?
But
Okay, so Jokic won't win MVP then. That's in the future.
He's MVP right now. In the present, with he's MVP in the West, and then
I was waiting for his next move. I'm like, okay, he's getting ready to do something.
You should come closer just a little bit.
Okay.
Just in case, you know.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't want to crop
You
half
want
of
me
your
to
face,
check?
you know.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
no, no,
actually-
Best team in the
actually-
West right now.
Who is
AD's balling right now.
AD's playing well.
AD's playing really good.
The Nuggets are
KD
better.
just dropped 44.
KD's playing well too.
Very nice. You can even argue Murray's better than Jokic, bro.
But that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
Yo, it's been 5 episodes that you guys are debating on that conversation.
No, but
So can we make like an end to it or something, or like it's gonna keep going for like 50 episodes?
They'll end until like Jokic actually wins All-Star MVP, then he's gonna like shut up.
I told you he's gonna be All-Star.
Yeah, after
I
the
told you he's
first
gonna be
episode
All-Star.
you said no. Second episode.
No. I said he's not winning MVP,
You look back on
but he's
that.
gonna
Episode-
go watch it. Go watch it, bro.
Episode one, you said he.
No. I said
Episode 2, you're
I
like,
said
okay, he'll be
I
All-Star.
said I agree. Jokic is gonna be an All-Star, but he's not gonna win MVP. That's what I said.
No, that's episode 2.
No, bro.
Episode
All right,
one, episode
we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back on the videos.
Go back.
We're gonna make sure.
We'll post it on.
Go back.
Yeah.
Back. We'll actually post it. Okay,
Expose
we'll actually
your
post it.
lies.
Okay, perfect. Bro.
Anyways,
Perfect, man.
But yeah, man. No, I haven't been going, man. I feel like we've passed.
I think we passed time like for sure.
Alright, then, this was more like a little party today.
Yeah.
There was not much happening this week other than a couple of undefeated teams losing.
Oh wait, shout out to Chris Boucher.
Yes.
points.
Oh, and Lugans.
And Lucas too.
Lugans just killing it right now.
So Chris Boucher scored 37 points. Was it last night? 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was a career high for him and a franchise record for the Raptors 905. Shout out to him. He's absolutely balling right now. He's averaging 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the G League right now. I'm surprised the Raptors don't call him up. Or, no, they have called him up a couple times. I'm surprised he's not getting more minutes.
They eventually will.
They're
He's on a
stacked.
2-way contract anyways, right?
They're stacked right
They're stacked from the
Exactly.
first guy to the last guy of the team. So
they
like,
have nowhere where to
Yeah.
nowhere to
now.
put
Just
him.
have him
But
there, just keep developing.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna come with time.
And I feel like it's a really good opportunity for him even to be noticed by other teams. There's not just the Raptors. Even if, as soon as when his contract finishes, or was it like what's the deal with his contract? It's a 2-way contract, but for the duration of how much? Like what?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
And I feel like honestly his story is so interesting. We all know Chris Boucher's story, but even now, because I feel like maybe it's not like we don't talk about it much, but like it's somebody who's coming from so far, gets drafted to with the Warriors, 2-way contract, goes back to Santa Cruz, and then afterwards, there's that like, he's been facing so many hurdles ever since he made it. And I feel like that narrative needs to change, because so many people, even to Lou, like he's probably facing some struggles that we don't know. Lugans.
Lou? You guys friends or
No.
something?
Sorry. No.
Don't people call him Lou?
Okay.
You guys dating or something? You guys are dating? It's called Lulu?
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to edit that part because no.
She is single though, guys.
No. You
I'm
guys.
What's your Insta?
Okay.
DMs.
All right. Back to Luke. Okay, referring to Lugans, Dort. It's like we only think of them as in like the name from Montreal, and then the whatever they went. The Raptors, the NBA, NCAA, what have you. But like there's so much that they go through after that we don't know of, and I feel like sometimes we just need to show more appreciation. Like Chris Boucher is like now he's still hustling to claim his spot, like, and he still hasn't had that spot. Like, okay, this is mine. I can sit now and like I am officially part of the NBA, and we need to give them credit, because honestly, like as much as yes they have made it to the big leagues, it's like when they say like for every level there's another devil, kind of. It's a different level of adversity, of everything. No, but it's true. Like he still has to prove himself, because now he's playing in the big leagues, and he's a small element in a big league. Whereas for us, he's like he's from Montreal. I feel like we just need to appreciate the Montreal ball players that play, whether in the NCAA or in the NBA, and give them that full-on support, because I feel like we talk about them a little bit and then nobody speaks about, as Kenny said earlier. He said no one spoke about Boucher and what he did 2 days ago. Montreal is like basketball. The demographic is like we cheer for a little bit, and then we don't have that loyalty to like follow up our Montreal people everywhere they are, and like whereas in the US or in other states, it's like wherever they are in the world, like they're like pushing like, oh my god, like even if they're playing like with I don't know where in the world, they will still be following, staying up all night or waking up early in the morning. But us, it's like we need to keep that fire going and say like, okay, these are people that grew up here or they're from Montreal and they're representing us. We need to keep pushing and keep supporting them as much as we do for, you know, other things. So yeah, I'm just saying it out there.
Yeah, I think we said it like in episode 2 or episode 3, where we're talking about the unity in Montreal is not as where it should be.
Yeah,
that's why there's like a lack of growth.
Exactly.
I think it should be there because like, well, I think now, and I don't want this to be like a bad thing because like I feel like here we only wait till people like make it for us to like celebrate them. You know what I mean? And we don't like support them during their journey, during their grind and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So I think, but now like having those two guys, in Lugans and Chris, it's a testament to Montreal basketball, Quebec basketball, and that like we're good, like we're good at basketball, and you see where it's taken them so far. And there's so many other guys that are coming up, and I think it's to us. Obviously, we're trying to do our part, but also like to the people to like keep supporting them.
And I just want to also say like it's not just about, I'm so sick and tired of hearing like all sports, basketball in Quebec, all soccer in Quebec, you know, I'm just stating another sport. Like there is so much talent that's happening here and that's growing, and when we refer to that support and, you know, encouragement, it not only sheds a light on these guys that are working so hard to feel appreciated, but also it gives a lot of hope to those youngings that are growing and that will be part of that all-star generation, you know, in a few years, and they'll be like, okay, yeah, the whole, like my whole city is behind me or will be behind me when, you know, I'm gonna keep going because I know that there's something that is promising. And it's not like the titles or where you end up, it's just that feel of support by your people, you know. I don't want to speak about soccer because this is a basketball podcast, but I'm just stating an example. There is a lot of talent, that's all I'm saying. There's a lot of sports talent, and, you know, other than sports that we're all familiar with, there's a lot of basketball talent in Canada, there's a lot in Montreal, there's a lot of soccer talent as well, and all I'm saying is just more support wouldn't hurt anybody. That's it.
Respect the cue.
Yeah, so that pretty much I think wraps it up.
Thank you guys for watching the episode.
Again, don't be complacent. Support each other, and shout out to Russell and Wallace for coming by.
Yeah, man. And obviously these are our first guests, I guess. Then. So like, comment down below who you would actually like to see on the podcast, and we'll try and make that happen. Comment obviously any suggestions, stuff you guys want us to talk about. Let us know feedback about the setup. Shout out to Kenny for letting us film here. And so yeah, we'll see you guys next week.